When it rains, the streets are washed clean of debris, oil, chemicals, and sediment, which has to go somewhere, or the streets and houses would flood. Stormwater pipes are used to direct the water runoff in a safe direction, which flows directly into our natural watersheds, bringing the trash, oil, chemicals, and sediment along with it. Sediment now fills our watersheds at an unnatural rate, altering the balance. Chemicals, such as phosphorus, cling to sediment particles by as much as 50%. Retaining this foreign matter upstream before it enters the watershed is the solution. Sump structures have been installed to capture these contaminants. Sediment is heavy and will settle to the bottom and wait to be cleaned out by maintenance crews. And this works in light rain. But during heavy storms, the force of the water scours the sediment out of the sump structure and cleans them out, sending the sediment and debris down the storm pipe and into our watershed. This effect is demonstrated with a transparent sump structure model. The University of Minnesota's St. Anthony Falls Laboratory, SAFL or SAFL, spent 4 years researching this issue and has patented the SAFL baffle. This baffle may just look like a reinforced sheet of stainless steel metal with holes in it, but the exact dimensional size, spacing, and distribution of these holes is critical to the performance to achieve maximum sediment retention. With the SAFL baffle in place, the sediment remains undisturbed during heavy storms. And once again without the baffle. Working with the University of Minnesota, Upstream Technologies is manufacturing and distributing the patented SAFL baffle, which can be installed in existing sump structures in about 45 minutes. Maintenance crews use special vacuum trucks to remove sediment and debris. With thousands of installations across the United States, Canada, and expanding into Europe, the results are showing over 80% sediment retention, which also traps the chemicals that have adhered to the sediment particles. The City of Minneapolis reports that the cost to maintain and vacuum sump structures is almost 10 times less expensive than dredging sediment out of a watershed or infiltration pond. The City of Golden Valley performed a 2-year study. Without SAFL baffles, Golden Valley collected 8,800 pounds of sediment in a 12-month period from 7 sump structures. After installing SAFL baffles, they collected 17,500 pounds, doubling the retention rate. With the SAFL baffle in place, heavy objects will stay in the sump structure for later removal. But what about trash, oil, chemicals, and other objects that float? By installing a closed-top hood over the outlet pipe, we can capture floating objects. Heavy objects will sink to the bottom, while objects that float, like bottles and oil, will be trapped at the top. With the addition of the bioskirt, oil, gas, and other chemicals will be absorbed and trapped. The bioskirt is a reusable device that has been shown to absorb 10 times its weight of motor oil. Using both the SAFL baffle and a hood in a sump structure ensures maximum retention of sediment, pollutants, and trash. Upstream Technologies is committed to the design and distribution of products that return our watershed environments to a natural state.